Yo, what's up, everybody? Gonna hop on here and do a trade recap of the day. Haven't made any videos recently. Kind of been focused more on my personal mentorship group and just helping everyone in there and, just kind of doing that. But I figured today was a good day to get back to some trade recaps. So let's do that. We did take a trade on ES today. It was actually relatively stronger than NQ. Um, so let's just get into it. Let me go to the replay here and cover up kind of what we were seeing. So I had a support and resistance here that I said long on support, and so we had bounced out of zone earlier the previous day. We had a perfect volume candle to go long right here. So we actually ended up catching from here all the way to the top, and then I actually held runners. I was looking to swing because of this. I said long on support here. So if it was holding, I wanted to long it, and I figured we would break down above, trap some people, spring to the upside, and then hopefully, come back and test this area. And the reason that I like this support right here is because it acted as pretty strong support previously. So it held here, held here, held here. We finally broke, acted as resistance, and then as we came back to it, tested again. So this 36.24 level was pretty big. And so we held right above it. And so I went long overnight. I was in some NQ micros, and then I was actually took another long here on ES with a couple of minis. And my stop was like down here. So I was hoping for this to hold and keep pushing. It did not overnight. We ended up selling off. Um, Longs in this market are very short lived. So I will not be swinging anything long, I think, for a while. So I actually started the day down about $3,000. So that was fun. I did end up taking this trade in the early morning. So I had woken up, and right as I had woken up, I saw these candles print right here. So I saw a double bottom, one, two. I saw this second low breach the low of the previous one. So we broke the low a day and get bought back up right away on high volume. This was at a support line right here, one of my key levels I use. And I had gotten up right at, I think, was it 4:15, 4:30? Is that where I saw that? Yeah. So I saw that this high volume, and so I was thinking, okay, this is definitely going to reverse right here. I'm looking for this trend line break. And so I actually went long right about here. And then I set my profit target for this supply above. Oh, I don't know if I have it there anymore. Is it a 30-minute? But there was a supply. 1 hour, 2 hour. Here's a 2 hour right here. So this is my 2 hour. So my target was 36.23. So we took that. We got the break. Sold at that at the high of day or the high of the morning at least, and then we rejected and fell. So that was a great trade to start the day. Made up a lot of my losses. Now coming into the day, I saw. Let's see. We got support resistance. We got our trend. Oh, we got that trend line. I don't have these other trend lines. So we had this trend line here coming from previous highs, swing high, swing high. Now we were testing it at the lows. We bounced once at it, bounced twice. So we were looking for a third bounce here. Um, and then we did break this trend line here. So I was actually looking for a bounce right in this area, right at about 3,600. That was where I was looking to play bounce at the open. Unfortunately, the first candle came out. It was a little too bearish for me. I would rather have seen us close, up here with a much longer wick on the downside. So stayed out, stayed patient. Um, and then we got this candle. And so this one here was like, damn. So maybe this breakout was false, and now we're going to dump. But I was not interested in shorting this area because this was the yearly low right here, and this is the 1 hour supply that we formed, or 1 hour demand that we formed when we created that yearly low. So I was looking to see what price was going to do in this area here. And so our third candle, we got our volume signal to go long. So we saw that we broke the lows just barely and then got bought right back up in our zone at our key level, at our trend line on high volume. Now, I did not take this right away. We had some of the members in the group take this right away. Perfect trade. I wanted to see buyers reclaim 3,600 to actually show strength, because if they just came up here, hit 3,600, then sold off, like, then that really didn't show a ton of strength to me. So I wanted to make sure that they closed above this previous low of day and pushed us higher. So I waited and I basically called out to the chat saying that longs above 3,600 are valid. I'm using that as my entry. And so that's basically what I did. I actually used, I think, the break of the high of this candle right here. So I got in just a few points under it, anticipating the break. And if it got rejected, then I could close and we'd be good. So we got our move up on high volume. This was perfect. If you were in here, you definitely could have scaled out a little bit there, but I would have held a little bit more for like a level to level trade. So from this level, 35, 85, 83, at least to 36, 23, because that's what we're trying to do is, play level to level. And so we got that. We were in long right here around 3,600. Next candle came in, low volume, super low volume pullback. That is hold all day. There's absolutely no reason to close the trade. I think I was right at break even right when this came back down. Still looked perfectly fine. No issue. We're holding. Next candle. This is where I actually did scale one right up here at this 36.15 area. Due to the high volume, this is actually a pretty strong candle. This isn't a reversal candle at all. Huge green body. There is a little bit of a wick up top, but I think that really was more profit taking than anything. This definitely looked like it was kind of squeezing a little bit, or it kind of felt like it. So we were holding another one. Again, we get a small volume candle here, small green candle that closes now in the top of the wick. Oh, this is money. Boom. Get a huge candle above our level. This would have been another great place to scale. I actually told people to scale if they were still in, but my final target was this 36.46 supply. My thought was if we can clear this high of day right here, we can hold this level. This is where I wanted to go long in the first place. We can hold that, then we're going to go up to at least to the next zone. And so that's basically what I did. So I sold one here. Here would have been another great place to sell. I'd only had one others, and so I wanted to stretch it as much as I could, so I held. Next candle, this was a low volume shooting star type. To me, that doesn't signal a reversal at all. So we were still good. We were still holding. We were above our level. Nothing to worry about. Next candle got a little bit scary on the drop, but trusting our read of volume and price action and levels, it looked good. This got bought back up. I actually did have a few of the members come back in along this. I told them that it still looked good for longs. There was really no reason to short this yet. And so I think some of them actually bottom ticked this on NQ as well. So they got in here, sold some at high of day and then a little bit higher, and they killed it. And then the next candle, we went up, again, higher volume on a green push candle. And you'll notice that every spike of volume here is on the green candles. That's how strong the buying was. We bought here, bought strongly here, bought strongly here, bought strongly again, buying again. This was a super strong rally. And then we finally get the last candle push on higher volume again into our zone, sold there, ended up profiting about 3,500 on the day. So that was super solid, a great fucking trade. Just a really good day overall. So I hope you guys caught some of that. And then obviously we had the Bank of England just giving the big old finger to everyone else. And I was not around for that. I really wish I was, because I think that was a great short. If you look on the 30-minute, this should have held up as the low of this flag for another leg up. but when something flags and then the volume comes in at the low of the flag, that's usually a sign that this is probably going to go up again, or that's kind of where the volume picks back up and we make another leg in the direction of the move. Now, when something like that breaks down, there's buyers here, like more than normal because the volume's a little higher, more than normal buyers here that are underwater on their trade or red under the low of this candle, or so under the low of the hammer. That's where I would look to short, maybe confirm it right here. And then if you had the news and you saw the news come out, you definitely could have caught a big piece of that. So good job if you caught that. But overall, really solid day. I hope you guys caught some. And let me know if you like these trade recaps. I can definitely do more of them, or kind of just let me know if you want anything else, want to see anything else, want to join the group. Just reach out. Thanks, guys. Bye.